Patches says, welcome back, everybody. Looks a little tired today. I think he's had way too much activity and he's kind of confused. But we're fixing to unconfuse him because this is going to be home. What do you think? So today, we put pulls on. And as you know, I wanted this very simple, sleek kind of look. So you kind of got to look pretty hard to see the pulls, but they are actually there. See them? I didn't want the pulls to take away from the beautiful cabinets that we have been able to dream up. I think it looks pretty good, you guys. So just to give you a little tour of this, so if you start on the right here, you have the refrigerator and you have the freezer on the bottom and you have a cabinet above. Not quite sure exactly what I'm gonna put there yet, but I will find something. Next, you have the dishwasher. And that is a Z-line dishwasher with a customizable panel. And it's an 18-inch dishwasher. We ran it today, make sure everything worked like a charm. He actually customized the front panel for it to match everything else. And then we put the cool handle on it, just like the cabinets. I think it turned out really well. We did a farmhouse sink. He had to do a little Sean engineering on it, is what I would call it. But it turned out fantastic. I think it looks great. I'm a fan of a big one compartment sink. Have been for years. We also got the range hood up today. So the only thing really left in this kitchen is a backsplash. So the backsplash will be about, we're not gonna go all the way up under the cabinets because we don't want to make it too dark in here. So we're actually only gonna go up about 7 inches. And then underneath the range hood, he is actually going to come all the way up to the bottom of it. And then we'll come around the corner. Just follow it around. Once again, in the very back corner, those of you who are just joining us or new to the channel, that's my freezer. It's actually a deep freeze underneath there. In the corner, that dead space that we all have. In a kitchen, 9's not dead. So I always video with everything nice and clean and no mess. So just so you know, it's not always quite like that. Yeah, look at that. And that. Yes, we have several DeWalt tools. Ladders, chairs, shop vacs, tubs, air compressors. 3 different nailers. Actually, yeah, a sink, a door, blankets, 2 people. I decided to do a video with everything messy because we always have videos where everything is perfectly clean. Tyler's done a really great job in here. Looky. My closet is really taking shape. And this room, whew, I'll tell you what, we are just pretty happy with how this room has turned out. I promise. End of the video, we'll have shots of everything cleaned. They put trim up today, finished all the windows. Today's been a punchless day. Got a little staining to do. Got the door up, windows are up. Yay. Doors. And the few holes in the wall. Yep, gonna have to touch that one. Honey, barely bumping the wall? I don't think so. Once again, we're burning the midnight oil. But as you can see, we are putting down the finish on this beautiful hickory floor. So the steps we had earlier in a video when we did the front room area, I'm not sure we explained the steps very well. So as he's doing this, I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of what this looks like. So we took a palm sander and went around, and any place that was low, this wood was marked with pink. So we knew that those were places we needed to work on a little bit extra. So we started that way. Then we came in and we used a floor sander. And we knew from the first time when we tried to do this, this floor is really hard. So we started with 60 grit. And we got all of the, you know, any seams that weren't flat. We used the 60 grit to go over those to get it really flat. This floor has a lot of knots in it, and we knew that. We liked that. But we also know that this is the bedroom, and pretty much most of this room is going to get covered by a bed. So, the knots in the middle that you see here, it's not that big of a deal. So after we did the 60 grit, we came back and we did 120 grit. And the floor the finish that we're using again is the Rubio Monocoat. And it is, sorry sweetheart, it is a one coat system, which is nice. And we're using natural again on this. So the idea is you just basically pour it out on the floor, and you see that white buffer pad that he's got. Huh. The compressor just came on. I'm out. Alright, air compressor's finally off. So, back to the floor coat. We use Rubio Monocoat, and we use it in color natural. Basically, I did all of this floor in less than 8 ounces, which is wild, right? So when we go to do this, we have this white pad. I pour it on the floor, he sticks the pad on top of it, and he basically smears it all over the floor. We do go around the edges before we start, just to get it up good against the edges. But he can really tell when this is starting to set up, I guess is a good word for it, right, Adam?
Yeah. And it's starting to finish.
It gets slick. He's doing a jig today. So what we'll do is when he gets done with this round, we'll take and we'll flip that thing over. And we will put some terry cloth on it, and then we'll continue to buff this floor out until it has a beautiful shine to it. The finish is actually matte, so it doesn't really shine per se, but it does get a really nice, you can just see the shine. Even though it's not a shiny finish, it's a matte finish, it's still a shine to it. So we'll keep you posted. So just a little video here to show you what it's like with the terry cloth. And what we found is that when the terry cloth gets a lot of leftover residue on it, it starts to jump around and it gets harder to handle. So we've started changing it more often, and it seems to be a lot easier, but it's doing a great job. So pretty. So there you can kind of see, that's what the terry cloth looks like. So we just basically buff all of it off.
You can see the shine back there in the lights.
I know, it's pretty. Just wanted to say thanks for following us, everybody. If you like these crazy videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you'll be the first to get the new ones. Good morning, everyone. We're gonna move today. Got a few things that aren't quite finished, but we've decided that we're tired of being in our little camper and we're ready to be in our house. So come on in and I'll show you where we're at. Fridge. Sink, dishwasher. Cabinets are out. Cool island. Now for things that aren't finished. Backsplash. That's really it in here. Kitchen is pretty much done. Well, you can see the little paper towel holder. I don't consider that construction. Brought the coffee pot over this morning. Life's good. Remember this beautiful floor? Looks great. Next we move on to this room, of which we thought would be the easiest room, but we've figured out that it became the staging area for everything, and therefore now it's the last to get done. So we still have some baseboard that needs to go in. We haven't finished the little box for Engine Joe, the bed underneath, and the step. But he did get the stair nose in place, which you can see. It's gonna look really cool. There will also be a hidden compartment underneath the step there, which will be extra storage, and I'm sure I'll be able to use it. And also, with it being the staging area, we haven't had enough time to get this beautiful piece put up. So we're hoping in the next week we can get all that finished for you guys. But overall, we have an amazing view. We actually moved the island out onto the deck yesterday. That wasn't that bad, so we were excited. Somebody is enjoying their coffee and their view this morning before chaos begins. So here's one more picture of this beautiful kitchen. Really, really happy with how it turned out. It's gorgeous. Oh! Check out that floor. Bedroom. Guess what? Barn door isn't finished. First thing on the agenda today. Everything else in here has turned out really, really good. Still got some touch-up painting that I need to accomplish. I see a spot I missed yesterday. And I didn't get up high. We had a crack from the move, which we knew we were gonna have those. But we framed out these doors yesterday. Oh, I think it looks spectacular. Some of you were asking about the wood on the ceiling again. That is combed wood. And then we stained it with a mixture of Rubio, of dark oak and mahogany. And that's what all of the stain in here is. Just some concoction I came up with, and I should have been better about exact, because when I went to make it the second time, it took me a while to get it to match. And then you have this view. Oh wait, look, we can do laundry. Yes, laundry is in progress. We were really happy with how this room turned out. We got a few things left in here. We have the dresser that goes along the wall mid-height. And then we have a closet rod on the top and a closet rod on the bottom that will go in. And we're thinking we may even try to put another cabinet, a small one of some sort, maybe above the washer and dryer, but we don't want to impede our natural light that comes in, because there's no lights on in here anywhere today. This is just how you wake up. That looks good. And we have tons of laundry. Yeah, we've postponed it. Then we move on to the bathroom. Yes, it's missing its doors. Someone lost all the screws to the doors, so we're having to replace them. But this room, whew, we just love how this room came out. Again, we have a few things that we need to finish in here. All the windows still need to be grouted around them. We had to get some special grout for that to try to match it as best as possible. This wall, turned out so cool. So if you take a look at this wall, the actual bump out, you can see at the top, there's a little cutout. That wall is actually 2 foot, but 2 foot for a shower is pretty skinny. Can you see that? So what we did was we came over here and we put the actual vanity, or the tall, skinny, like linen closet, and we painted the edge of it black, and we matched it to the tile. And we're gonna put a piece of glass with a hinge on the outside of it that will pivot from the edge of that cabinet, and then it pivots back into the shower. So as you can see, it made the actual shower about 3 foot, of which, if you check out this line that you can hardly see, that is where the shower pan slopes. And then it slopes back into the lineal drain, that you can hardly see either. Yes, there's a drain that runs all the way around down the back. My beautiful tub. Again, no doors because we don't have the screws. We'll get some today. Toilet. Vanity. So let's talk about this vanity for a second. I don't have a mirror yet. I've looked. 36 by 60 seems to be a hard size of just a plain old mirror to find. I can find lighted ones, but I don't really need a lighted one. I have a nice pretty light above it, and there's plenty of natural light in here. I just would like a plain mirror. So we're in the process of maybe having some friends of ours that we do a lot of business for make us some mirror. The vanity itself, again, Mike with country cupboards, made all of our cabinets. And I'm telling you, they are beautiful. They work really well. They have all of the bells and whistles that we wanted. They're constructed really well. And as you can see, we're missing 2 doors because we don't have the screws, right? But we're also missing a top. So we actually got a piece of granite off of Facebook Marketplace that we are going to work with. He needs to cut it. We'll have to actually buff the edges of it and get it nice and smooth and shiny. But we just haven't had time. But we'll get to that maybe Sunday. And then we have our cute little sink. We decided on that size of a sink because we have our smaller sink in our trailer and we just decided it was just too small. So we like the idea of the big square or rectangular sink. It'll pull almost all the way to the front, and the faucet, which is in the cabinet, is very similar to this one, which you can hardly see in the corner against the black, which is kind of cool. So this room again is taking shape. You can see all of the beautiful trim work that has been done in here. Everything has been sealed. Grouts all done, except for on this wall. We are waiting on one piece that our cousin is helping us make. The shower head per se, the nipple attachment for it is just too short for what we've done with the panels, and so he is making it a little bit longer for us. You can see a little deviation in the color, not a lot. We also have to clean up there. Yeah, I didn't do that yet. But as you can see, everything is just beautiful. The lines are perfect. Windows all trimmed. Tyler's been here pretty much most of the week helping us. Thank you, sir. Got the barn door all framed in. And that's the look going to the kitchen. All in all, we're really happy with how this has turned out. If you guys like this, give us a thumbs up. We've been really happy with what we've accomplished here. It was a lot of work. We're not quite done yet. Oh yeah, we need nightstands. He's building those. Those will go on each side of the bed. But like I said earlier in the video, he has decided that he is open to building these for other people. So if you're someone that loves this look, please shoot us an email. Our email address is in the about on our channel. Shoot us a message. Let's get together. We do have a couple people already have inquired. One's pretty serious. We are not going to build very many of these in a year. The idea is to build very high quality tiny houses for folks, using the luxuries that you've become accustomed to in your larger homes, just downsizing it, and we're putting it in a smaller footprint. But like you saw the bathroom, there's nothing about that that is inexpensive. Everything back there is been done to the highest standards and qualities. All of those finishes, top notch. Craftsmanship in here, it's just amazing. So if you're ready for a tiny house, a cool tiny house with all the modern features, please shoot us a message. If you also want to see what this looks like with some furniture in it and finished up, make sure you subscribe so you'll be the first ones to get one.